everyone. I thought I'd come and sit and enjoy my cup of tea in the bedroom this morning because the light in here in the morning is so gorgeous. Also, look at my mug. I'm such a mug girl. This honestly makes me happy. It's the most gorgeous morning. I've got all of the windows in the whole house open. All I could hear this morning was the birds outside and the occasional fully grown man shouting because we actually live quite near to some tennis courts. So on a Saturday morning, there is always people playing on the tennis courts, which is actually quite a comforting sound. I love the sound of the ball, you know, on the racket bouncing backwards and forwards. About 7:45 on a Saturday morning. The sun very much woke me up this morning. I always leave my curtains open, which I think is actually not great for you. I think you need it as dark as possible when you sleep, but I really like just being woken up naturally in the morning. And obviously in the summer that happens a lot earlier. So yeah, it's going to be a really good day. I have honestly planned the dream Saturday for myself. But just to give you a little bit of reality, not to start this morning on a moan because it's going to be such a good day, but I had to really give myself a talking to this morning because I'm someone, I know we all are, but I am so affected by my cycle. I've really realised this the older that I've gotten and the more I've like kind of tracked my cycles and I can see patterns. It really does affect me. The week before my period or the few days before my period, my hormones just really hate me. It's not even just that I don't feel as positive as I normally do. It's like I can't think clearly, I can't make any decisions. I'm so critical of myself, whether it's body image, whether it's my work, just everything. You know, nothing I can do is good enough. And we've spoken about this before, but definitely my cycle changes my physical appearance as well because I think you hold a lot more water before your period starts, so I just wake up puffy and just not feeling good. And I know we've all been there, I know it affects all of us, but sometimes you just want to have a moan about it. And I feel like this month, honestly, just being a woman has given me a hard time because I spoke about this a long time ago actually when we used to live in the apartment. I went through this period where I had this really weird lower abdomen pain that I'd never had before, and I went to a few doctors about it at the time, and then I was referred for a scan. And then they found cysts on my ovaries, and we talked about it a lot at the time, and it was this whole thing. And then following that I had a couple of blood tests just to make sure it wasn't like polycystic ovary syndrome, which it wasn't. Then I kind of just didn't really do anything else about it, which was maybe silly because then this month, I've had it a couple of times since but not too bad, but then this month, mid-cycle, kind of around ovulation time, I was in bed this month for 3 days in a row, like literally in bed with a hot water bottle in that much pain. Kind of unexplained, which I feel like, again, is just part and parcel of being a woman, just having, you know, these symptoms that are actually never. Hi baby, Rose here. I don't know if you can see her. Do you want to say good morning? Come on. Oh, good morning. Oh, can you not push me away? That hurts my feelings. Oh, do you want to sit on my lap, darling? But yeah, anyway, I just had all of that going on this month, so I think I definitely need to make some appointments and just get some answers on that front. But yeah, just the joys of being a woman. But I just thought I'd share some reality that actually I didn't wake up feeling like rainbows and sunshine this morning. I had to actually really give myself a good talking to and plan a really gorgeous Saturday, which is what we're going to do today. So let's go to the dressing room, get dressed, get this day started, and I'll tell you a little bit more about what the plans are today. And don't worry, it includes some time with you. Really lovely long W-A-L-K for you. Yeah. How could you ever be in a bad mood when you have this? How? You, my baby. Right, I'm going to have to ask you to move, I'm afraid, little one. Too long now until she can see her D-A-D-D-Y. We're planning our big summer holiday, which I'm so excited for. Anyway, come on, we've got to get this day going, hey? Right, we're feeling bloated, so I think a nice big oversized shirt, and it's also really warm outside, so I think that's the right idea. And then just some comfy jeans. Maybe these, or maybe these actually, because these are so, what is this random sock doing in there? Can go in the laundry basket. Also, I just spotted these out of the corner of my eye. A lovely girl that I know called Millie put these on her story actually, and I just thought they were so sweet. They are these sets. I haven't got all of them here, but they're basically sets in loads of different prints of like skincare, makeup kind of bags, which I thought would be really good for traveling. So I bought them in 2 colours because I wanted to see which one I preferred. One is this print, it's like a blue florally kind of print, and then the other one, this is a different size from the other set, in this pink. It's the same pattern but 2 different colours. I think I prefer the blue, but I just thought I'd show you them. I'll also make sure I've linked them as well. These are like the 2 different sizes, a really big one, a medium one, and then there's a more of like a a smaller one, you know, that can go in your handbag or something like that. But how cute are they? That's great. Thanks very much. Okay, we have a coconut matcha, we have a tahini bite, and what's my parents' favourite thing? It's a pecan and cinnamon crumble, I think, from Gales. And we have the most beautiful flowers. Look how gorgeous they are. I can't wait to get home and put them in my favourite vase. And we are having the most perfect Saturday morning, and we're actually about to go and do the thing that I'm most excited for today. I've been wanting to go where we're going this morning ever since I moved to Cheshire. It's been on my radar, and I had tickets to it once before, but in typical Manchester fashion it was actually rained off. But today I've got tickets again. The weather is glorious, so I think we're finally going to get to go. So it's basically this huge outdoor antiques fair. I think it's called Arthur Swallow, and I know that they travel around the country. I know that they do it in different places, but this one is over towards Knutsford, and I've seen other people go, and it just looks like the best selection of things. I'm so excited about it. They only do the fair every couple of months, so I have really been waiting for this day. So that's where we're heading to now. And then what else is on the agenda today? We're going to take the dogs for a beautiful dog walk. We are maybe going to pop out this afternoon and see if I can get some garden furniture. I'm desperate to have somewhere comfy to sit in the garden, so I'll take you with me for that. Got Pilates this evening, going to cook a gorgeous dinner tonight, sit outdoors, and that's roughly the plan for today. So let's get going, because my competitiveness is kicking in for this antiques market, and I'm scared that all the good stuff will be gone, so let's go. Okay, we've been looking around for about an hour. This place is actually huge because it goes as far as you can see that way, as far as you can see behind you, and then also there's like 2 rows and it goes this way and this way. The main things that I've been looking for are a writing desk and some paintings for the wall. That's really what we're looking for. This is the best place to come if you just need, I was saying to Mum, if you just need like little bits for dressing cupboards and things like that. There's so many gorgeous little pots and just bits and pieces, but so far we've only seen one writing desk, and it was really cute, but it wasn't in the best condition, and it was £800, so probably won't get that. The only thing I bought so far is a painting, which I'll show you when we get home. We're still looking, we're not quite done yet. Hello. Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Got the goods. This painting is absolutely huge. It's not what I had in mind in terms of how big it is at all, because it is huge. But we just quite liked it, and I thought it was £30, which is nothing for a painting, really. I'll show you properly when we get home because it's heavy. We're going to head back to the car now and then go and get some lunch somewhere. So we got a tomato soup with some of the Gales bread, and then these are new. I can't remember what they're called, but they're plant-based, and it's some sort of butternut squash sandwich on bread. I think she said it's called challah, the bread, I'm not sure, but it looks really good. We are home. I just gulped down a big cup of tea, polished off my tahini bite. If you've not tried a tahini bite from Gales, then you have to. They are just delicious and like the perfect size for just when you need a sweet treat, just a little bite of something. But we are up in reading corner, or not quite reading corner. I've got a footstool now for the sofa I sit in and read in my bedroom, so I'm sat on that. But no prizes for guessing what I want to talk to you about. I picked up a lot of new books recently, so I thought I'd just quickly chat to you about them and what I've been reading recently and loving. But before I forget, I thought I'd show you the picture that I picked up this morning. It is a big picture, so let me go and stand back here. I'm not sure where it's going to go yet, and the frame is a little bit ornate for me, although my dad likes the frame. Maybe I just need to distress the frame a bit more, or maybe stain it slightly darker, or do something with it anyway, because it's quite bright gold and also very uniform. I think it would look better a little bit distressed. But yeah, it's just this countryside scene, which is very me, and I think the main thing is this huge painting was, or she gave it to us for £30, and I just thought I'll definitely find somewhere a nice home for this, just to add a bit of character and a bit of colour into the house. I know it won't be for everyone, and if I'm being completely honest, I don't even know that it's definitely for me. These colours kind of go with, say, like the cushions in this room and my other cushions in this room. This one, it's all similar sort of tones. I just think it's the frame that I need to do something with. But this is all we got this morning, although for £30 I'm happy with that. I don't know why I'm out of breath picking it up. I am tired today, as I said this morning. I might afford myself 15 minutes just to read my book now, actually. So let's talk about books. So what do we have? We've got loads. So I'm just going to rattle through these, starting with the one that I'm reading at the moment because I absolutely adore this. My mum was the one that told me about this book. It's one of her favourite books because the descriptive writing in it is honestly gorgeous. It's so, there's just something about it. I feel like you really get to know the characters. It really sets the scene, and it's one of those books, I said this on Instagram, that I just feel like I'll remember the people and places for a really long time. It really makes an impression on you, and it's just so cozy and comforting. If I can find the line, there's a line very early on, I think it tells you in the blurb anyway. Yeah, it does. So they find a child at the beginning of the book, and she's brought into a pub. And anyway, the events kind of unfold, but then there's a few chapters that follow all of the people, like the locals that were in the pub that night. It follows them all home after the event, but it's the descriptions of each of them going to bed that evening. It's just the way she writes it. It's so gorgeous. The night closed over them, and almost immediately wonderment came to an end. I just love the night closed over them. I think that's so cozy. I just am loving it so far. If you are someone who likes really rich descriptive writing, I feel like you'll love this. It's by Diane Satterfield. So that's my current book, and I absolutely love it. Back to these. As always, I get all of these from our local secondhand bookshops. I just think that's the nicest way to get your books. I picked up Mrs. England by Stacey Halls because I read The Foundling and I really enjoyed that, so I thought I'd give that one a go. I picked up The Vanishing of Audrey Wilde, which is by Eve Chase, for a very similar reason, because I read The Glass House and I really enjoyed that. That had nice descriptions and just a good story, and they're really, you know, easy to read. And entertaining, and they're set in the countryside, and that's just my sort of thing. So this next book, I'll be completely honest, I only picked this up because I really love Nantucket. I've not been, when I say I love it, I don't know if any of you have ever got onto Nantucket TikTok, but I definitely have, and I watch all the TikToks about Nantucket, all the YouTube videos. So I basically picked this up hoping that they had really lovely descriptions of Nantucket, but I can't vouch whether the book's actually any good. I'll let you know. I picked up The 5 People That You Meet in Heaven. This one was more because I think this is one of those books that people say you should read in a lifetime, and I think the basic premise is an old man dies and then he awakens in the afterlife, and he realises that heaven is basically a place where your life on earth is explained to you by 5 people that were in it. They may be close loved ones or distant strangers, yet each of them changed your path forever. I thought it sounded quite interesting, and again, just one that everybody says that you should read, and then only a couple more, and again different for me, but The Silent Patient. This is like a psychological thriller, I take it, but everybody that reads this absolutely loves it, and I thought this one might be a nice book to read for a change when you just want like a page turner and just to be entertained. So that is another one. And then today we went to the Oxfam Books in Knutsford because we were over that way, and I picked up 2 books that Mum and I have been talking about recently, funny enough. We seem to have been finding all the books that we've been talking about. We've been having good book luck this week. So let's start with this one, which is called Wayward, which is one that I have been looking for recently. I'm really upset because the cover of this book used to be really beautiful, but they did that thing where they bring out a new edition of the cover and it's this fluorescent pink, which I just don't love. And the other one was like such a lovely cover. But anyway, we're not judging the book by its cover. It is spread over, I think, 3 different, yes, present day, 1942 and 1619, and it's set in a Cumbrian cottage, and I think it's about discovering that maybe her great aunt or someone in her family line was hunted for being a witch at some point or something. I'm not sure, but I just like the sound of it. It sounded like my sort of thing, so I'll let you know. And then this one, I don't actually know what this one is about. My mum just saw it and said, get that one, you'll really enjoy it. So this one is The Trouble with Goats and Sheep. And I think my mum said it's just really lovely writing again. Set in 1976. I love a book set in the past as well. So anyway, that's what's currently on my to be read bookshelf. I need to avoid going to any more bookshops for a while, and I feel like I've got a really good mix there too. But yeah, I'm just going to quickly sit and read a bit of this because this book is honestly delicious. I can't put it down. We are back out and we're on the hunt for some garden furniture. Nothing crazy. I don't need a whole garden furniture setup because it's just for me and the garden's small anyway. I just really want somewhere that on days like today I can go and sit, read my book, have a cup of tea and just enjoy being outside, because at the moment we only have very hard chairs. So I go and sit out there and within 10 minutes I'm so uncomfortable that I just want to go inside. So we're just kind of looking for maybe like a sofa, but we're at Home Sense and we all know that Home Sense is a dangerous place for me, so obviously we'll have a general browse anyway. Honestly, I don't think the novelty of Home Sense will ever wear off. It's like an adult toy shop or something. I absolutely love it in there. So yeah, let's go see what they've got. There are actually loads of options. Mum and I have just been weighing them up. One really good option is these chairs. I don't love what they look like, but they're very practical. I would just have one, obviously, because they are really comfy and I can also tuck my feet up. And I think Mum said they're only about £100. So they're not my favourite thing in the world to look at, but they are definitely what I need. It's £6.99 for the whole set, which I think is not too bad. But what we were saying was, look at this. This doesn't come off, so then obviously through all the rain that we get in Manchester, this would just be outside, which is not great. And also I did say that I don't need a full set. We also thought this was really, really pretty. I do really like this, but obviously it's not what we were looking for because it's definitely not comfortable. But we just thought it'd be so nice. I've got this gap in the garden by one of the fences between two flower borders, and they used to have a bench like this there, and we did think this would be really nice. And this is about £100 as well. I love this basket. I think it's so cute with the big handles and then the way that it opens on both sides. We can't come up with a use for it otherwise. I would definitely be taking this. This is what we ended up getting from Home Sense. So I bought one of these. I actually don't know the name of these. I don't know what exactly this is called. But we've got 2 of them at the bottom of the garden. I think it's Laura Ashley. They had a few bits from Laura Ashley. Is it? Yeah, Laura Ashley. And I also got these because I just thought these were quite pretty. And I actually don't have any gardening gloves. And then the other thing we got was this terracotta pot to put this lavender in. So we've just put it in there. But they are all the bits that we got for the garden. We desperately need to clean this patio. We have a thing in the shed that does it, like a Karcher thing. I need to get that out because of all this green, hey? We need to clean it, don't we? Yeah. Oh, gorgeous girl. You enjoying the sun? Yeah. So how pretty do the plants look from the outside in the window? They look so nice from the inside. That's my little Dalesford basket. We've just repurposed that. We just keep planting new herbs in, which is so good for. And then the only other bits that I got were these 2 types of pasta. Home Sense is really, really good for getting like pretty unique styles of pasta that you don't find in the supermarkets. So I always get mine from there. And then I bought 2 of these bowls because if you remember, actually I don't know if I filmed them, but when we were in the Cotswolds last week and went to Dalesford, they had bowls just like this. So when I saw these today, I thought they are the perfect thing just for putting like, well, anything really that you need a bowl for. So I got 2 of those. I'm really pleased with them. Okay, I'm on my way to Pilates. Do you know the absolute best thing about doing an evening or an early evening class is that you know for the whole class, as soon as you get home, you can have your dinner. And that just really gets me through, because I have to say, doing a class in the evening really takes discipline and motivation to get yourself there. I am so tired. What I really want is a big glass of wine, sit in the garden, read my book, enjoy maybe like some lentil crisps or something, and cook my dinner and just have that. But no, we're going to Pilates. That's one good thing about booking classes as well, because I know I would not have the discipline if it was just the gym or something where it was optional. I wouldn't be there tonight, but when you've booked a class you feel like, no, I should really go. So that's why we're on the way to now, and then when we get home we can just reward ourselves with a gorgeous dinner and maybe a glass of rosé if I have some in the house. Let's hope I do. We're here. I just need to put my Pilates socks on. My Pilates socks are so thick that I can't drive in them because they don't fit in any of my shoes, but they are the best Pilates socks ever. So I just need to put them on, tie my hair up. I've also got a full face of makeup because I just run out of time, but it is what it is. I always end up doing Pilates with a full face of makeup, which I'm sure is not recommended. This is a ladylike position. I hope you don't mind. Me a large glass of wine with some ice in. I know that's so uncultured of me, but I love, obviously not red wine, but rosé and white wine always has to be with ice for me. I don't know why. And also I tell myself that way I'm hydrating and also obviously dehydrating at the same time. So some logic to it, but I just do it because I'd way prefer. I only like wine when it's really, really cold, other than red. Obviously red on like a winter's day is so good. I'm going to pour myself some wine, I'm going to cook myself a lovely dinner, and I'm going to enjoy it in the garden, and I cannot wait. It's getting kind of dangerous. That class was good. It was really hard. They're always really hard. I remember before I joined this studio, I kind of thought Pilates was like a cheat, being kind to yourself, gentle kind of workout. I'd done a few hard bar classes, but wow, this reformer studio, I think it's because we do everything quite weighted, not super heavy, but you know, today we had 4 kilograms in each hand, and for me, oh my goodness me, that's the cutest little dog. I think it was like a dachshund cross chihuahua or something, so cute. Anyway, I find it hard, but the hard work is over, so let's go and eat. Look at my gorgeous flowers that we bought this morning. I feel like we're so lucky in this house with the light, because like I was saying this morning, throughout the morning and the very early afternoon, all of the light is on the front of the house. So it's on my bedroom, it's on the living room, and then as we get into the afternoon and the evening, it's all on the garden, and it just floods into this kitchen. So cooking and eating dinner in the summer in here and in the garden is so lovely. So that's what we're doing now. We're going to make some dinner. I have this whole bunch of oyster mushrooms down here that need using. So I thought I'd make a big oyster mushroom pasta and use some of the pasta that we just got. This one has dried basil in, which is lovely. I think I'm just going to make it really simple. Just lots of olive oil, lots of garlic, the mushrooms, maybe throw some spinach, some herbs. And I'm going to make a lovely big tomato salad, my dad's recipe. And I also made some of these croutons, which are delicious, and I'm trying to stop myself. I'm eating all of them. So that's the plan for dinner. I might do some greens on the side, we'll just see how we go, but just a really simple, lovely, summery sort of dinner.